Okay. Good morning. Welcome to the Board of Pharmacy meeting. We're going to start a short recording regarding the process for the hybrid meeting. So we'll play the video right now.
Welcome to the Professional and Vocational Licensing Virtual Board Meeting. When the meeting begins momentarily, the chair will take a roll call, explain any specific rules for this particular board, and then move to public comment. The name of the board member will appear on the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. For instance, this is board member Y, and this is board member E. Public testimony will be accepted at the beginning of the meeting and before each agenda item. You can indicate that you are ready to testify by clicking on the Raise Hand button being circled by the mouse on your screen now. At the appropriate time, the board will recognize you to speak and ask you to unmute your mic as shown here. Again, public testimony will be accepted at the beginning of the meeting and before each agenda item. Public attendees will not be able to unmute their microphone until recognized by the board. Public attendees who are recognized to testify will be asked to identify themselves by name and their affiliated organization if applicable. Please mute your microphone when you are finished speaking as a courtesy to others and members of the board. Public attendees will not be able to unmute themselves after the testimony is completed unless recognized again after raising their hand. At some point during the meeting, the board may choose to move into executive session. When the board moves into executive session, the board members' microphones and video feeds will be turned off, and a similar screen as you see now will be displayed. When the board returns from executive session, their microphones will be turned on as well as their video cameras. Welcome again to the Professional and Vocational Licensing Virtual Board Meeting. At this time, the chair will call the meeting to order and take a roll call, as well as explain any additional rules that may be specific to this board.
Okay. Internet access. To view the meeting and provide live oral testimony, please use the link at the top of the agenda. You will be asked to enter your name. The board requests that you enter your full name, but you may use the pseudonym or other identifier if you wish to remain anonymous. You will also be asked for an email address. You may fill this in with any entry in the email format, blank@gmail.com. Your microphone will be automatically muted. When the chairperson asks for public testimony, you may click the raise hand button found on your Zoom screen to indicate that you wish to testify about that agenda item. The chairperson will individually enable each testifier to unmute their microphone. When recognized by the chairperson, please unmute your microphone before speaking and mute your microphone after you have finished speaking. Phone access. If you cannot get internet access, you may get audio-only access by calling the phone number listed at the top of the agenda. Upon dialing the number, you will be prompted to enter the meeting ID, which is also listed at the top of the agenda. After entering the meeting ID, you will be asked to either enter your panelist number or wait to be admitted into the meeting. You will not have a panelist number, so please wait until you are admitted into the meeting. When the chairperson asks for public testimony, you may indicate you want to testify by entering star and then 9 on your phone's keypad. After entering star and then 9, a voice prompt will let you know that the host of the meeting has been notified. When recognized by the chairperson, you may unmute yourself by pressing star and then 6 on your phone. A voice prompt will let you know that you are unmuted. Once you are finished speaking, please enter star and then 6 again to mute yourself. For both internet and phone access, when testifying, you will be asked to identify yourself and the organization, if any, you represent. Each testifier will be limited to 5 minutes of testimony per agenda item. If connection to the meeting is lost for more than 30 minutes, the meeting will be continued on a specific date and time. This information can be found on the board's website. Instructions to attend the State of Hawaii virtual board meetings may also be found online.
9:05, I call the meeting to order. Roll call, sorry. Brandon.
Here.
Alina. Here. Sherry. Here. Mark.
Here.
Remote, right? And
Yes, remote and my door's closed.
okay, Alan.
Here, my door is also closed.
Okay. Okay, so chair's report. The only announcement I have is we have a new board member. Alan. If you want to take a minute and introduce yourself.
Good morning. I'm Alan. Currently a pharmacy director here at Hilo Benioff Medical Center. Been here for over 5 years now. I know Sherry from my time at the pharmacy school. How are you doing? I'm excited to help do this, and I think I had some recruitment. I think Kent called me up, and I think there was some recruitment a little bit to get me on the board, but excited to be here and be part of this.
Thank you. So you're from the Big Island, right?
Yep, Big Island.
Yep.
Big Island people.
Welcome aboard. Okay, so the next agenda item is the review, to review the last meeting minutes. Do I have objections or abstentions to approving minutes?
This is Mark, I move to approve.
Second that.
All in favor? We're gonna excuse Alan. Do I exclude him? Yeah. All in favor, aye? Aye. Okay. Any opposed? Abstentions or? Oh, the abstention would be Alan, because he wasn't here, right? Yeah. Motion carries. Okay, thank you. Next agenda item would be, we need to move to executive session. The board may enter into executive session to consult with the board's attorney on questions and issues pertaining to the board's powers, duties, privileges, immunities, and liabilities in accordance with HRS section 92-5A4. To review the executive's session. To go over, sorry, adjudicatory matters. Can I get a motion to move into executive session?
Sorry, Chair. We only need to move into recess. You can call recess.
Oh, okay. I'll recess then. No?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
9:07.
Can we give us our breakaway?
Well, we don't move to executive session. So we'll be back for the public members there. I have to take them out.
We'll let Julie.
Yeah, so we just send the ones that have paid claim and that's what was so they had installed. We had a paid claim.
Come back, we're all there, right? Okay, so the board approved chapter 91, all three adjudicatory matters that are on the agenda. Can I get a motion to go to executive session to review applications? You have to read this. The board will enter into executive session pursuant to HRS section 92.5A1 and 92.5A4 to consider and evaluate personal information relating to individuals applying for a professional or vocational licenses cited in section 26-9 or both, and to consult with the board's attorney on questions and issues pertaining to the board's powers, duties, privileges, immunities, and liabilities. Can I get a motion to go into executive session, please?
I motion to go into executive session.
Can I get a second?
This is Sherry, I second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, so we'll move into executive session. It's 9:17. Okay, thanks for waiting. Okay, so for the applications. Wait, did we do that? Oh, yeah, for the applications for the pharmacist for Garrett Garber. Can I get a motion? To approve or deny?
You can make it two,
Oh,
Chair.
he's muted.
Yeah, sorry. This is Mark. I move to do approve conditionally. For 3 years. Based on 461.21 A10 and A5. And also 436 E19 and 13. And 1695 1, 10, and 15.
Can I get a second? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye. Aye, Ellen. Okay, anyone opposed? Okay, motion carried. For miscellaneous permit, PRXP of California LLC. Chair moves to approve this miscellaneous permit, but exclude pharmacist Sanjay Patel. Can I get a second?
Is this the one where Catalina recused
Oh,
for the record in the
okay,
minutes?
for the record, yeah, so Catalina's recused herself.
This Mark, I second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, anyone opposed? Okay. For Tabula Rasa Healthcare Group, Inc. Can I get a motion? Chair moves to approve Tabula Rasa Healthcare Group, Inc. Excluding pharmacists Karen Katsachi and Carol Sparks. Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, for Care First Specialty Pharmacy LLC.
To approve.
Carolina moves to approve. I second. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Legislative session measures for review. Hey, you want to do legislative
Yes.
review? Okay.
Thank you, Chair. All right, so seeing as how the last board meeting, the previous executive officer gave you a rundown of what was still continuing on. That's kind of where I left it, just keep it simple. HB 72 relating to pharmacy, SB 1279 relating to pharmacists, and SB 1245 relating to pharmacists. Okay, so for HB 72, the pharmacy technicians bill passed. Currently, it's slated to start with the registrations becoming effective January 1st, 2026. The bill itself doesn't have a lot of language with regard to ministerial concerns. For example, it doesn't indicate any kind of requirements for the registration. It does tie their registration to a pharmacist. So the pharmacist more than likely will have the pharmacy tests that they are tied to on their license. We haven't yet worked out how that's going to look, but I and our internal staff are working on that process. We may reach out to board members and association members as we move forward with it, just to kind of keep people updated, but also if we have any questions about the capabilities, for example, what can be submitted. So that's going right now. As far as we know, we haven't heard any intent to veto from the governor. That is still in play at this time. So moving on, sorry.
Couple questions. If technicians working at more than one place, are we gonna ask them to apply, register for both places? And then also, is our cost gonna be associated with?
Yeah, so because we need to take in applications and because we need to store the registration on our database, There probably is going to be a fee. We're still working on that because really it really depends on what is needed in order to have somebody registered and maintained in our database. So at this time, I don't think we have any numbers that we can provide. Again, this is something that is still, you know, coming out of this legislative session, that ended at the beginning of May. So, hopefully we'll have some more information by August's meeting. And then as far as the question about registration for locations worked, that's something, again, we'll have to look into. It is possible that we may be able to list all locations that they are working from and the pharmacists at those sites. But again, the language of the bill is very minimal, so we have to figure out those types of questions.
I guess the only other question I had was if it's tied to the pharmacist, is the pharmacist aware? I mean, are they just writing their name down and, or is that pharmacist signing it? Cause I don't,
I think we would probably need some kind of verification. So that would then, I mean, deductively speaking, that would mean that the pharmacist knows. But again, yeah, the process is, we're trying to minimize it, obviously, for cost purposes, but at the same time, we got to make sure that the public's safe with the pharmacy tax registration.
any other questions? So by August, would we have like, we'll have a draft, right? At least of the application, registration application.
That is the goal.
Okay.
That is the goal.
Is that something that we need to approve, or is that just the licensing branch does that?
We will be doing it. We'll follow the same kind of logic as all the other applications for pharmacy, so it's
Yeah.
not like a sore thumb. And hopefully, there won't be any issues on that realm.
And what about the expiration date? It's,
I do not believe there's expiration for the registration that expire.
those need to register one time?
Yes. There's no renewal, there's nothing like that, so
Wait, I thought it
What
did.
is it? What is it?
Annual fee?
What does paragraph B, lines 9 through 12 mean? Paragraphs.
oh, sorry, what I meant by renewal is the bill doesn't indicate a renewal, the registration ends and you have to re-register after 2 years, I believe.
Each odd number
Or
year.
each odd number year, yeah. So that would probably coincide with pharmacy renewals.
Everybody goes odd years.
Oh, God.
Also, no, but they're gonna reapply like the whole.
Yeah, they would have to reapply. So currently the bill doesn't provide for a renewal of a registration.
Interesting, yeah. That's just a lot of paper.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if that's something in the future that the industry would like to
Revise.
change to a renewal, I mean, all it takes is a bill introduction.
All it takes, all it takes, guys. Oh, God.
But we can get on that for next year if.
Yeah, I think it would be good on in your admin packet, whatever that packet is, because for you, you know, your clerks and stuff, that's a lot of work. But it's more like an administrative. I don't think anyone would oppose a renewal versus a registration.
It would be a lot easier for everyone.
Yes.
Not just the administrative side.
Yeah. Cause I'm worried, like, you know, at the end of the year, not everyone, but like the pharmacist, pharmacy, everyone's renewing. And these people aren't gonna wait till the last minute and then, you know, then it's gonna lapse. You know, maybe before December 31, let's say January 2nd, January 3rd, now they're not licensed, now they're not registered. So. I mean, obviously they should do it in November, but they won't. So. Something to think about. Okay. Next one.
All right, so SB 1279 relating to pharmacists authorizes registered pharmacists under contract with entity for purposes of 3040B drug pricing program to supervise filling or receipt of prescription via telehealth. So this bill died in session, so right now, there's currently no further movement or anything like the process with that bill. SB 1245 relating to pharmacists, mandates reimbursement of services provided by participating registered pharmacists practicing within their scope of practice. This bill, I believe, passed. And currently, I do not believe there's I haven't heard any intent to veto or anything like that. I don't believe there's any administrative needs for this bill. This is more of scope. So, yeah, that's it for those.
Okay, all right, thank you. Do we have NED? Let me see. I don't see anyone from NED there. Okay, Hawaii Pharmacists Association. Nick. You want to unmute yourself?
Hi, can everyone hear me okay?
Yes.
Do you mind? Yeah, thank you.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah, so just some quick updates from HBHA. First and foremost, we just want to thank Board of Pharmacy for the support and, for this previous legislative session and everything that went into all the efforts around that. Happy to hear the updates on the technician registration. That was going to be some follow-up items. So any support that you all might need as far as sending the information out to everybody, we're happy to support with that. We just had our recent board elections and appointments and our first sort of couple of board meetings to get everything kind of situated. Some updated membership groups that we're providing for our members and benefits around that. And we have our upcoming executive board retreat, and we're open to any sort of feedback or anything from a support standpoint that you'd like to see from our organization. And so, we're happy to hear your thoughts as far as what you'd like to see for the coming year. So, thank you. That's all we really had on our end.
Anything for him? Okay, we're good. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Nick.
Okay, all right, so number 9, so requested response. So we got a letter to the board, aloha colleagues of the Board of Pharmacy. As the current president of the Honolulu County Medical Society, I'm writing to address a concern raised by several members of our society regarding the legal and ethical authority of pharmacists to refuse to fill prescriptions issued by Hawaii licensed physicians. Specifically, questions have been raised about the refusal to dispense medications such as ivermectin and hydroxychloroquine, non-FDA approved when prescribed for the treatment or prevention of COVID-19. I would like to inquire whether there are any state laws or regulatory guidelines in Hawaii that govern a pharmacist's right to refuse to fill such prescriptions. If any applicable statutes, rules, or professional standards exist, I would appreciate it if you could share those references with me. I plan to present this information at our upcoming Board of Governors meeting for discussion and clarification. So, board members.
I don't think there's any rules or laws that say that we have to deny or that we can, but every prescription we're supposed to do a DUR, drug utilization review, to see if it's appropriate for the patient based on all the stuff. So if you come across something that looks like it's outside of the uses of a drug, I personally usually will contact the physician and see what's going on, but it is something a pharmacist can do, is refuse to fill a prescription. So I think pharmacy companies have also put things in place where they don't want to dispense certain things. Sometimes it's because of stocking stuff. If we don't carry everything, or that just their corporates say not to do it. So I don't think there's anything that says they can or can't do this.
I don't think there's any law that says that pharmacists have to fill anything. And I don't think there's not a law that says that, or there's no mandates. If any of our laws have been mandating, or
I think the only thing I've seen in Hawaii and other states is, we can't keep that prescription if we're not gonna dispense it and say, I'm not gonna give this back to you. For those kind of things, some places, birth control, people were doing that, and that's a big no-no, so. But for this, I think we're okay to give them back the script and say, I can't fill this.
Can or won't. Professional judgment.
Yeah,
Okay, so we just need to reply to the letter, so specifically asking whether there are any state laws or regulatory guidelines that govern a pharmacist's right to refuse. I think the only thing in our law is like that they were gonna follow the, dispensing drugs for legitimate medical use. I think that's more in the controlled substance.
yeah.
law.
Did you have, was it like under the professional ethics or code of conduct of ethics or something like that?
The only thing we had was the cited it. Yeah, only thing I found was in controlled substances.
Yeah.
Really, and like the
It's
whole,
a bad thing for us to mandate that we have to dispense everything, because there's reasons why we don't dispense certain things. We don't carry everything. We're not going to carry everything. So,
yeah, I found stuff for contraception and I found stuff for like controlled substances, but like just general.
And that's from your national association?
No, that's from us, like 329 had 329 has stuff about, what is that called, corresponding liability.
Yeah.
But then we have it for non-controlled substances. The only other thing would be in the licensing section, just general.
and also, that we're not supposed to be dispensing things that it's outside of a practitioner's scope. So
It
there's,
does talk about that,
yeah,
like the dentist, and
yeah.
that's again controlled substance, right? So do we just say that there's nothing specific for non-controlled substances? In Hawaii specifically? That would mandate them to fill it? But there's also nothing that would back them up to say that they can refuse it?
Yeah.
The board is not aware of any Hawaii law or rule mandating.
Mandating them to fill,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
You refer to 329 for controlled.
Are we okay with that response? You okay with that response? I don't know.
Yeah, I think your answer, I think it's best to answer the question and not go beyond. And if they have additional follow-ups, then they can request.
Okay. Anyone else with comments or concerns? Anything else from public? This meeting?
Chair, there's currently nobody refusing.
Okay. So next meeting is Thursday, August 21. Board members, can we check calendars, and make sure we have quorum? It's gonna be hybrid again, right?
At this time, we're gonna have to stick to that. Yes, please.
Okay, so Mark, are you okay, August 21?
Should be.
Okay. Alan, Thursday, August 21.
Let me check.
Sherry,
Yeah.
Catalina,
Yes.
Brandon. Yeah. The only one is Alan checking.
Yeah, I should be fine.
Okay, so we'll have, let's just plan on that meeting, for August 21 hybrid 9 to 12. Here.
And Kent is gonna drop off, right?
Ken's term ends at the end of June, so,
July.
Yeah,
or
so
June or July, June.
I think, yeah, June, the end of June, I think.
Is there a backfill identified or
Is there what?
is
Someone to take
is
his
there someone to take his spot or?
at this time, I guess right now you can just state that Alan is, but we do have.
No, Allen's Big Island, Kent is
Oh,
Kauai.
sorry, that's right. You guys have actual specifics. I think he said he had referred someone, so I can check in.
All right, if there's nothing else, meeting adjourned, 10:35.
Oh. You might ask to see if anybody wants to, because you can't do the August or September thing in ABP, right, Alana?
Oh, yeah, so there's a law review. Does anyone want to go to Chicago?
Come
See, they'll-
on,
Oh, I'll do it,
come
I'll do it.
on,
I know.
I was just there.
Oh, were you?
Sorry, are we?
In June,
Oh,
yeah.
now we're adjourned.
Do we go ahead?
Hey, I also had a question that probably wasn't on the board.
Oh.
I posted a question about,
Are we not adjourned? Better go.
I don't know, is this something I have to formally present to the board? Because I had asked a question to the board about, we have our GI clinic, which does colonoscopies.
Sorry, Alan, sorry.
We can't talk about.
We can't talk about items that are not on the agenda.
Gotcha.
But I can reach out to you further about this question, and then also we can type with the chair.
Yeah, I just wanted it answered because I think I asked the question like 3 or 4 months ago and I still have,
Right.
Okay. So why don't we adjourn the meeting and then